Today we are going to derive the formula cos alpha plus beta, cos alpha into cos beta minus sin alpha into sin beta. This formula is called the mother of all trigonometric formulas that you are going to study, or the function or formulas that you've already studied. So keep in mind, this formula is the basis of all the formulas. Please understand that in a better way, so that you can derive or other formulas from your side. Once you understand this in a proper way, every formula, see, in total there are around 45 formulas in class 11, and all 45 formulas will be derived from this formula. So better you understand this formula, it will help you to understand other formulas. And once you understand the formula, it's easy to remember that formula in your mind. But if you try to just mug up all the formulas without any conceptual clarity, you are going to just miss out in few days, maybe 5 days, 6 days, 10 days. But once you understand that with concept, you are not gonna forget this at least for 2-3 years. Now see, this cos alpha plus beta is cos alpha into cos beta minus sin alpha into sin beta. This is the formula. So just take this figure. This triangle DAE is a right angle triangle, and this triangle DAF is also a right angle triangle, and this DHF is also a right angle triangle. You can see this angle will be 90 degree. So with the help of these three right angle triangles, we are going to derive this formula. So you must see how the formula is come. You may not remember the derivation, that's okay, but you will have some understanding that this formula was derived this way, that you know somewhere this derivation. Okay, so you see this angle, I have taken this as alpha and this angle as beta, and this sum of these two angles will be alpha plus beta. Now if this is 90, so this angle will be 90 minus alpha, because this is alpha. I'm talking about this right angle triangle. You can say this as let's say this is M. So AME, this is alpha, this is 90, so this is 90 minus alpha. So this is vertically opposite angle, so this is also going to be 90 minus alpha. So if this is 90 minus alpha, so and this is 90, so this angle you can see this angle will be alpha. Now this complete angle, I say this DFA, you can see DFA, this is 90 degree, and if this part is alpha, so this part will be 90 minus alpha, and this is 90. So this part, if this is 90 minus alpha, this is 90, then this is going to be alpha. So this way we have found out all these angles that you can see here on your figure. Now next we start from this triangle. You can see the triangle ADE is having this angle alpha plus beta. So we start from here only. Cos, we write here in triangle ADE. In triangle ADE, cos alpha plus beta, you know the cos is base upon hypotenuse. So base is your AE and hypotenuse is your AD. Next you see that your AE is actually, this is AG minus EB. So I can write this AG minus EG, and this is AD. So this is AE is equal to AG minus EG. Next is you can write AG upon AD, and you can write EG upon AD. So now next important thing you have to understand that cos alpha plus beta has come. So this AG somewhere should be equal to cos alpha into cos beta, and this EG upon AD should be equal to sin alpha into sin beta. So we'll now put an efforts so that we can show that AG upon AD is actually is equal to cos alpha into cos beta, and EG upon AD is actually sin alpha into sine beta. So we can do separately, or we can do here also. So now, so we are going to prove this AD separately, that is equal to cos alpha into cos beta. So AG upon AD, you can see that you can multiply and divide by AF and AF. Why I am taking AF? There is a reason, because AF, if I consider this right angle triangle, this is one, there is one more right angle triangle AFG. If I take this right angle triangle, then I'll get this alpha, individual angle alpha. And next I have to take this triangle, this also ADFA also, but now we'll focus on AFG. So you see this AG upon AD is AF up, AF you multiply and AF you divide. Something you just reshuffle, AG you can write this as AF and AG, and this AF, this AF, this AF upon AD. Now see AG, where is AG? This is your AG, and AF, this is your AF. So now focus on this. I'll just say you to see the triangle AFG. So this is actually your base and this is your hypotenuse. So base upon hypotenuse is cos alpha. This is cos alpha, and AF upon AD. See, AF means this is your AF and this is your AD. This is AD. So now you are coming in this triangle AD and this is your AF. So this is 90. So it means this is your hypotenuse and this is gonna be base. So this is actually AF is your base and AD is your hypotenuse. In this particular triangle, the angle is this beta. So this is going to be cos beta. So we have proved this. Now next one is EG upon AD. You see that EG, this EG is actually equal to HF. So you can write that as HF, and this is AD. Now again we multiply and divide by some length, and that you have to understand that which length will be multiplied, so that we'll get the desired answer. So I'm gonna multiply by DF, multiply, and DF divide. So again we do HF upon DF. We take these two together into DF upon AD. So now you see HF. This is your HF, and DF. This is your DF. So come in this triangle DHF. So this is gonna be your, this you see, this is 90 degree. So HF is going to be your base, and DF is going to be your hypotenuse. Now in this triangle DHF, you see this is 90 degree and we are considering this angle alpha. So you know that opposite to given angle, the side will be your perpendicular. So HF is going to be perpendicular if I consider alpha as the acute angle. So this is going to be your perpendicular and DF is your hypotenuse. So HF upon DF is actually perpendicular upon hypotenuse, that is sine alpha. Now come to this DF. You can see this is your DF, and the AD you can see this is your AD. Now this time I'm taking this angle beta as the acute angle. So opposite to that beta angle, this side is your DF. So it means DF is going to be your perpendicular and hypotenuse is fixed. The opposite to 90 degree is your hypotenuse. So this is going to be H. So DF upon AD is going to be sine beta, because beta I am taking this angle as beta. Okay, now this is your A, this is your B, and let's say this is your one equation. So from A and B we get equation 1 as, you see what we are going to get. This is going to be cos alpha plus beta. So AG upon AD will be replaced by cos alpha, cos beta, and minus EG upon AD is going to be replaced by sin alpha into sin beta. So now you have proved this formula, that how this formula has come. Now I'll show you. Now we are going to prove that cos alpha minus beta is cos alpha into cos beta plus sin alpha into sin beta. As I told you earlier that this formula which I have proved is the basis of all the formulas. You see, from this formula I am going to derive this formula. So some just substitution has to be done on both the sides. So let's say alpha, you just replace beta by minus beta in this proven one. So this will become cos alpha minus beta. This is your left hand side, and right hand side will be cos alpha cos minus beta, and this is going to be sin alpha and sin minus beta. So now this, I shown you earlier that one formula, that cos minus theta is cos theta and sin minus theta will be minus sin theta. So this we can also prove with the help of this formula, but it will be showing it later on. Now you see this cos alpha will be cos alpha, this cos minus beta, using this identity, then it becomes cos beta, and this is your sin alpha, and sin minus theta equal to minus sin theta. So you can see that can be written as minus sin beta. So here it is minus, so minus minus will become plus. This is your sin beta. So we have proved that cos alpha minus beta is cos alpha into cos beta plus sin alpha into sin beta. See, we can prove some other formulas also. Now we are going to prove the another formula. You see this in this formula, I have put this star. You see this in this star formula, if I substitute alpha, replace, you write this, replace alpha by pi by 2, which is 90. So you see what happens here. Now this will become cos pi by 2. This is the star one that I'm putting the values. Cos pi by 2 minus beta. You see that what comes. This is cos pi by 2, and this is going to be cos beta minus sin pi by 2, and this is going to be sin beta. So you know that cos 90 plus theta is minus sin theta. You see that how it comes. Cos pi by 2 is 0, so 0 into cos beta, and sin pi by 2 is 1, and this is sin beta. So this is 0 into this, and now this is left sin beta. So you have done this earlier also, and now you have proved this again also, that cos pi by 2 plus beta, because this is in second quadrant, cos will be negative, and because this is pi by 2 base, so cos will change into sin. So this we have proved. We can prove all the formulas. Let's discuss one more formulas, that sin alpha plus beta. I would like to introduce sin alpha plus beta formula, that sin alpha plus beta is equal to sin alpha cos beta plus cos alpha sin beta. This formula now I am going to prove. You see that I'll be using again that star one. So you just have to understand what is to be substituted at place of alpha and beta. So we replace alpha by pi by 2 minus alpha and beta by minus beta in the star formula. So we substitute in this. You see this becomes cos is alpha is replaced by pi by 2 minus alpha, and beta is replaced by minus beta. So do the replacement here also. Cos, this is pi by 2 minus alpha and beta is replaced by cos minus beta, and this is minus sine, this is pi by 2 minus alpha, and this is going to be minus sine beta. So this all replacement I have done in this formula. Now see, this can be written as cos pi by 2 minus, you can put bracket alpha plus beta, and here you know that cos 90 minus theta is sine theta, so this becomes sine alpha, and cos minus beta, you know cos minus theta is actually cos theta, so you can write that as cos beta. And now this sine pi by 2 minus alpha, this is going to be cos alpha, and sine minus beta is going to be minus sine beta, so this sine will become positive and this will be sine beta. So we have got the RHS side that we wanted to prove. Now this cos pi by 2 minus theta, you consider this complete one as theta, so pi by 2 means 90 minus theta is sine theta, so sine theta will be alpha plus beta, and this is now sine alpha cos beta plus cos alpha sine beta. So this formula we have proved. So from this formula onward we can prove one more formula. You replace beta by minus beta, then you see that what formula comes. This will be sine alpha minus beta, this will become sine alpha. In this formula we are replacing replacing in above formula. We are not, now we have derived this formula from the star formula, and now using this proved one I am going to prove sine alpha minus beta. So sine alpha minus beta, you replace just beta by minus beta, so it becomes cos minus beta plus cos alpha, and this will be sine minus beta. So now you are going to get the final formula. Sine alpha minus beta is actually sine alpha, this will be positive, cos minus beta will be positive, cos beta, and this will be minus cos alpha, because sine minus beta will be minus sine beta, so this is sine beta. So now we have proved this another formula. So these are some few derivations of the formulas. All the formulas given in your NCERT, you just see all the derivations are given in NCERT itself. You just see that how other formulas have been derived, so it will help you to understand that concept of formulas very well. So you will not be fearing from trigonometry that there are 45 formulas or even more than that formulas. Once you just have to understand that one formula, all formulas will come from this formula. Just you have to see what is to be replaced by alpha and what is to be replaced by beta. Now we'll discuss exercise 3.3. This is your question number 1, in which you have to prove that sine square pi by 6 means 30, cos square pi by 3 means this is 60, minus tan square pi by 4 means 45, this is equal to minus 1 by 2. When I say prove, it means that you have to show LHS equal to RHS. So we start from LHS. You know your sine, you can write that pi by 6, this is whole square. Here that square means this is not the square of angle, this is the square of complete function. This is sine pi by 6 whole square. Similarly, this is also cos pi by 3 whole square minus, and this is also tan pi by 4 whole square. Now we know all the values. Sine pi by 6 is 1 by 2, so this is 1 by 2 whole square. Cos pi by 3, which is cos 60, it is again, this is 1 by 2 whole square. Tan 45 is 1 square is this, so this is going to be 1 by 4 plus 1 by 4 minus 1. So you take LCM, so LCM of this will be 4, so this is 1 plus 1 minus 4. So this is going to be minus 2 upon 4, and this is going to be minus 1 by 2. This is equal to your RHS. So we have proved with the help of the angles that we know. Now come to this question number 4. This is sine square 3 pi by 4. This is pi by 4. This is sec square pi by 3. So 3 pi by 4 you can solve with the help of you can substitute pi as 180 degree, so you can replace everything according to that. But now we are not going to convert, because you have to understand these notations in radians, because this will be dealt by you in all the questions. So better you have developed the habit of solving trigonometric functions on the given values like this radian. Okay, so this can be written as sine 3 pi by 4 can be written as pi minus pi by 4, and this is whole square you do. Next is 2, and this is cos square pi by 4, so cos pi by 4, and do the whole square like this. This is 2 sec pi by 3, then whole square. Now we'll substitute the value. Sine pi minus pi by 4 is going to be in second quadrant, and second quadrant sign is positive and function will not change. You have to see two things. This is pi minus theta, so pi minus theta means this is in second quadrant. Second quadrant the sign is positive, so we put positive and sign will not change. So sine pi by 4, sine pi by 4 is 1 by root 2. So now this is the square plus 2 cos pi by 4. Pi by 4 means 45. 45 is again 1 by root 2. This is square plus 2, and sec pi by 3 means this is 60. Pi by 3 means 60, and sec 60 is 1 by 2. So reciprocal of that will be 2. Sec means cos 60. You find the value of cos 60. Cos 60 is 1 by 2. So sec 60 will be 2, and this is whole square. Now we'll solve it. This is 1 by 2. This is 2 into 1 by 2, and this is going to be so now we have this 2 also along with this sin square 3 pi by 4. So now this is 2, and this is going to be 2 here, and this is now 2. This is 2 into 1 by 2, and this is going to be 8. So ultimately this is 1, this is 1, so 1 plus 1 is 10. This is equal to your RHS.